Welcome. Clicked Up TV. Those nations that lead the development of innovative technologies will hold advantage, a powerful advantage in succeeding a war. How are battles won? A victory in the battlefield is achieved when the opposing sides forces the other to abandon its mission and surrender its forces. Forces it to retreat or render its military ineffective for further combat operations, or annihilates the latter, resulting in their death or capture. Fighting wars of yesterdays are entirely different than today's wars, where there's more technological advancement. United States had major conflicts which resulted in war with Korea, Vietnam, Gulf War, Iraq, and Afghanistan. These wars didn't equal any clear success. Like many wars, there's casualties on both sides, and I salute the men and women that took risks for my freedom, your freedom. Fighting these wars on ground in the middle of someone else's country took tremendous bravery, tremendous risk. The playbook on war has changed, you guys. With the fight America faces, especially with the U.S. always intervening in another country's fight, we have no clue of any cultural background, such as language and layout of the land. Fighting insurgents, fighting the enemy, much harder. The enemy is not out fighting with a distinct uniform on to be noticed. The enemy which we fight is no longer in the field, but hiding in the population. US and other countries has managed to evolve their warfare and develop more technological ways to wage war and fight from a distance, as well as strategically fight from a distance. I compiled a list of technologies that transform warfare as we know. We have now come a long ways from the bow and arrow, the sword, and the cannon. Number 1 on the list, drones. Combat drones are unmanned aerial vehicles which enable troops to deploy weapons in war while safely remaining thousands of miles away from the battlefield. Submarines, which was used in past wars, is number 2. Submarines is capable of attacking other ships while being submerged in water. Today, military uses submarines to transport missiles, as well as support land attacks and establish blockades. Number 3, Tomahawk missiles. Tomahawk missiles is a type of long-range cruise missile designed to fly at extremely low altitudes at subsonic speeds, enabling weapons to be used to attack various surface targets. The jet engine powered missiles were first used during Operation Desert Storm in 1991. The missiles travel about 550 miles per hour and use GPS receivers to pinpoint their targets more accurately. Number 4 on the list, stealth aircraft, is an F-35 Lightning II fighter aircraft. Stealth aircrafts helps pilot evade detection in the sky. While planes cannot be completely invisible to radar detection, stealth planes use a wide range of advanced technologies to reduce the aircraft's reflection, to reduce the radio frequencies, spectrum, radar, and infrared emissions. This stealth technology increases the odds of a successful attack, since enemies have a harder time finding, tracking, and defending against these aircrafts. Number 5, space weapons. Space weapons include a range of warheads that can attack targets on Earth from space, intercept and disable missiles traveling through space, or destroy space systems or satellites in orbit. During the Cold War, the US and former Soviet Union both developed space weapons as political tensions escalated. Last but not least, number 6, nuclear weapons. Nuclear bombs are humankind's most destructive weapon. Warheads draw their destructive force from nuclear reactions, which release enormous amounts of explosive energy. The world's first nuclear weapon, or atomic bombs, were developed by physicists working on Manhattan Project during World War II. The first nuclear bomb was detonated on July 16, 1945, at the Alamogordo Air Base in New Mexico. The explosion created a massive mushroom cloud, and the bomb, explosive powerful, was equivalent to more than 15 tons of TNT. Also, in 1945, 2 atomic bombs were dropped on Hiroshima and Nagasaki in Japan, which remains the only uses of nuclear weapons in war. So, as technology advances, military advances on all sides, not just US, but in other countries as well. We never want to resort to war, first of all. When there's conflict, when there's dilemma, you just need to sit down and try to rationalize things. But in most cases, the way the world has been turning last 20, 30, 40 years, I don't see it getting any better. So it takes you as a person to make sure you keep yourself right, keep your head above water, and focus on what counts in life. Forget these wars. Make peace. I'm out.